Hey Loot Seekers, welcome back to Loot Now. Today we're diving into some fresh free titles on Steam. Without further ado, let's jump in. In Lionel, the Fallen Knight, you step into the boots of Sir Lionel Lancelot de Larc, a disgraced hero on a quest to clear his name. From the opening cinematic, the game throws you into a world that feels both grand and grim, where every corridor echoes with betrayal and every enemy is a reminder that the stakes are personal. Combat is a breathtaking blend of speed and strategy. The Yokai sword lets you unleash a razor-fast flurry that ends foes before they even realize you're there, while the Sanguine style is a deliberate, blood-soaked ballet that rewards timing over reflexes. Each strike feels weighty, and the visual flair of Divine Fury and Crimson Flame is more than pretty. It adds a layer of tactical depth, forcing you to choose between a quick burst of damage or a slow, crippling bleed. Traversal is where the game truly shines. Wall dashing and gravity-defying moves let you carve paths through the environment, turning what looks like a maze into a playground for daring players. It's not just about getting from point A to B, it's about mastering the architecture of danger and turning obstacles into opportunities. Polish? Absolutely. The soundtrack swells with medieval grandeur, the UI is clean, and the narrative unfolds through beautifully animated cutscenes that keep you invested in Lionel's redemption. If you love a story-driven action title with fluid combat and inventive platforming, Lionel, the Fallen Knight, is a must-play. It's a testament to what a well-crafted sword and soul adventure can achieve. Hey gamers, let's jump into MindLoop, a high-octane puzzle that turns your brain into a stopwatch. In 40-second sprints you spot clues, crack micropuzzles, math, logic, patterns, ciphers, and stitch them into a multi-digit code before the timer hits 0. Each failed run refines your strategy, so every attempt feels like a learning loop. The game ramps up with new cases and achievements, keeping the adrenaline high. If you thrive under pressure, love deduction, and crave a tight, time-sensitive challenge, MindLoop is a must-read. Rage Quit throws you into a dim, 90s office tower where the only weapon you get is a sledgehammer. Picture the last human standing, surrounded by robotic coworkers typing on cracked keyboards and gossiping with eerily precise movements. The whole environment feels like a ticking time bomb, begging to be smashed. The game is all about momentum. Every swing, dash, or reflective hit keeps the action flowing. There's no pause button. Your sledgehammer is a Swiss Army knife. Light strikes for quick bursts, heavy blows for crushing power, a dash for a quick retreat, and even a reflective attack that turns enemy projectiles back on them. It's a tight, single tool system that forces you to think on your feet. What makes it memorable is how the office itself becomes your arsenal. Throw chairs like shrapnel, slide printers across the floor, or smash a wall to create a new path. Each broken object boosts your strength, turning the environment into a chaotic playground. The AI is relentless, so you're constantly on the edge, flanking, timing, and using props to stay ahead. For a student team's 10-minute capstone, Rage Quit delivers a punchy, stylish, and surprisingly deep experience. It's a brief but furious blast of Aphasie mayhem that proves a single weapon can keep a game moving at a blistering pace.
I've been trying to get Blueberry
Welcome to the splashy world of Escape from the Jellyfish, a point-and-click comedy that's as bright as a neon jukebox on a summer night. Picture this. Your favorite soft drink conglomerate has turned the ocean into a fizzy laboratory, mutating sea creatures into jelly-faced monsters. In the middle of it all, Hank and Duck, two wannabe rock stars from the cult classic band Blueberry Finn, crash a town's beach party and find themselves front and center in a bubble-blasting disaster. The game keeps you guessing with quirky, aquathan puzzles that will stick in your mind long after the credits roll. You switch between Hank's grizzled streetwise grit and Duck's surprisingly sharp wit, each bringing their own flavor to the adventure. The pixel art is charming, the soundtrack is an authentic 80s blast, and every line of dialogue is fully voiced, making the characters feel alive. On top of the laughs, Escape from the Jellyfish gives a gentle shout-out to environmental awareness. Learn how to clean up the ocean while you're saving the beachgoers from becoming jelly. If you're craving a nostalgic, laugh-inducing romp that also teaches a lesson, this is the game that will have you humming fizzy all night long. Arena Breakout. Infinite drops you straight into a war zone that feels both brutal and surprisingly polished. 5 maps: the Farm, Valley, Northridge, Armory, and TV Station. Each demand a different mindset. In the Valley, you sprint through tight corridors for Itandran strikes, while the Armory turns every extraction into a block-by-block siege. Weather in the Dark Zone isn't just a backdrop. It can turn a clean run into a frantic scramble, keeping you on your toes. What sets it apart for veterans is the ultimate gunsmith. Over 900 mods across 20 slots let you craft a weapon that's uniquely yours. Newcomers aren't left behind either. One-tap loadouts and quality of life tweaks make jumping in feel less like a learning curve and more like a welcome party. The game strips away frustration so you can focus on loot and gunplay. Modes are diverse: tactical ops, solo ops, covert ops, and a fast-paced 4v4 deathmatch keep the pacing fresh. After the raid, the trophy room lets you flaunt your hard-earned gear, and seasonal progression keeps the rewards coming. And if you ever fall victim to cheating, the anti-cheat system not only bans offenders, but reimburses you automatically, restoring lost loot and gear. The Cyberpunk 2077 crossover is a neon-lit treat, bringing Night City's grit into the battlefield with themed loot and exclusive tasks. Whether you're a seasoned operator or a first-time raider, Arena Breakout Infinite offers a hardcore experience that feels both accessible and authentic.
Build your own drone operator.
And don't get your hopes up, the city of Amsterdam turns into a living, breathing horror movie. The game follows Chris and Yan as they chase an apartment through a maze of cramped studios, luxury lofts, and oddly eerie rentals, all rendered in a stripped-down comic style that feels like a page turning in a haunted house. What makes this experience unforgettable isn't just the visuals or the tense, post-punk soundtrack by Simon Frank and Rotterdam's Neighbors Burning Neighbors. It's how the game layers documentary grit with speculative fiction, forcing you to make choices that feel like real-life bidding battles. Every decision, whether to overbid, to stay in a shabby flat, or to walk away, carries weight, reflecting the real precarity many face in today's housing market. The narrative is sharp and emotionally resonant, with moments of solidarity and alienation that feel universal. The pacing keeps you on edge, but the 42 60-minute runtime means you're never left lingering too long in the same bleak apartment. The game's commentary on the systemic forces that keep us apart feels timely, and its references to works like Layla Taylor's Sick Houses and Joshua Komaroff's Horror in Architecture give it intellectual depth. If you've ever felt that home is just out of reach, this short interactive comic will haunt you, literally and figuratively. It's a short, powerful statement on the modern housing crisis, delivered in a way that feels both personal and, oddly, global. Spikerman throws you straight into a sprawling, neon-lit universe where adventure feels boundless. The world is a living tapestry of planets, each with its own quirky inhabitants and hidden secrets. You'll meet a colorful cast, from the plucky sidekick who cracks jokes in the heat of battle to the enigmatic space lord whose motives are as murky as the void itself. Combat is where the game truly shines. The linear motion battle system is fast, fluid, and surprisingly intuitive. A single button combined with directional inputs lets you string together a combo of attacks in real time, giving you the feel of a true, high-octane battle. As you level up, you unlock new moves for yourself and your teammates, culminating in spectacular superpowered moves that can turn the tide of any fight. The narrative is a classic coming-of-age saga. A teenage dreamer named Spikerman sets out to become an unstoppable warrior, battling space emperors, crime lords, pirates, overlords, and even gods. Along the way, side quests pepper the journey, rewarding exploration and teamwork. If you're craving a fast-paced RPG with a generous world to roam, a roster of memorable characters, and a combat system that rewards skill and creativity, Spikerman delivers in spades. It's a vibrant, action-packed experience that keeps the stakes high and the excitement constant. Splat Splat throws you into a frantic top-down arena where every splash counts. Pick your gear, dodge the hazards, and outsplat your friend or teammate in 1v1 or 2v2 brawls that feel as fast as they look. The real twist comes after the chaos ends. You collect coins on the battlefield and then head to an auction where the underdog can grab a powerful upgrade to swing the match back in their favor. With over 15 balanced upgrades, 5 deadly arenas, and full character customization, the game keeps the stakes high and the replay value soaring. If you love skill-based shooters that reward quick reflexes and smart strategy, Splat Splat is a splashy, addictive ride you'll want to jump back into again and again. In Aphasie, you're not just playing a game, you're stepping into a living, breathing city of broken myths and towering madness. The city of Babel is more than a backdrop. It's a character in its own right, with citizens who react to your every move, guards who patrol with purpose, and a dynamic world that shifts as you explore. You're Mastema, the angel of cataclysms, and every choice you make feels meaningful. Want to take on the Tower of Babel with a squad of knives and rifles? Do it. Prefer to slip through shadows, disabling alarms and turning the city's own people into distractions with a tossed coin? Do that too. The game rewards creative problem solving. A spear can become a platform, a gold coin can divert a guard, and your own hypnosis can turn enemies into allies. The art style is striking, 2D paper-cut characters and calligram designs mingle with a 3D, ancient Greek-inspired city that feels both minimal and alive. The visuals reinforce the gameplay, highlighting interactive elements while keeping the focus on your actions. The variety of supernatural powers scattered across the city adds another layer of strategy. Recover them or leave them behind, it's all up to you. The biggest strength is the freedom it offers. Every obstacle can be approached in dozens of ways. That flexibility keeps the gameplay fresh, but it can also feel a bit unfocused at times. Still, the combination of stealth, action, and a richly reactive world makes Aphasie a standout open-world immersive sim that will keep you thinking long after you've reached the top of the tower. Dash isn't just another runner. It's a sandbox where speed meets creativity. From the get-go, you're handed a toolbox of tiles, enemies, and traps, and the only limit is how fast you can think. Build a level in a flash, then sprint through your own creation, weaving through spikes, crates, and mind-bending puzzles that test both reflexes and strategy. The dual perspective, horizontal or vertical, keeps the flow fresh and lets you experiment with layout without getting stuck in a single playstyle. What really sets Dash apart is its community. Every time you hit upload, your world becomes part of a global playground. Other players can try your level, rate it, and the leaderboard rewards the fastest and most ingenious designs. The Dash World Challenge adds a layer of friendly rivalry. Collect those colorful diamonds, beat the clock, and prove you're a true speedrunning legend. Discord is buzzing with streamers, creators, and speedrunners swapping tips, making playlists, and dropping daily challenges that keep the content pipeline humming. And the best part? It's free to play. Whether you're a casual runner, a hardcore speed racer, or a level designer looking to showcase your skills, Dash gives you the tools, the audience, and the incentive to become a legend. Grab a controller, dive into the chaos, and let your creativity sprint to the top. Welcome to the world of Mantle, where being a superhero robot isn't just about smashing villains, it's a full-blown narrative adventure. Picture a 2D first-person perspective that pulls you into the city of Amortia, a glittering metropolis powered by the mysterious Hybric energy. Every day, headlines shift with your choices, so every swing of your gadget or pause in a turn-based battle feels like a headline waiting to happen. The combat itself is a clever blend of strategy and puzzle. On your turn, you can choose to kill, capture, spare, or safeguard. Each option ripples through the city's opinion polls and your reputation. It's like playing chess, but each move is broadcast on a news ticker and can alter the story's path. The mini-games are where your skill truly shines. From timing a laser cut to juggling explosives, they're quick challenges that test your reflexes and keep the pacing tight. What really sets Mantle apart is its narrative depth. The city's pride and ego make every decision feel heavy, and the comic book sequences pop with color and humor, giving you a visual break while still driving the story forward. The desktop interface lets you sift through emails and news stories, turning mundane bureaucracy into a storytelling mechanic. In short, Mantle is a superhero simulation that forces you to wrestle with the weight of your own ego, all while delivering fast-paced, turn-based action that feels fresh and engaging. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to be a robot hero in a city that loves to brag, Mantle is the game that will make you question where you stand. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you won't miss any of the next updates. See you in the next one.